super high aggressive playstyle from 100 Thieves, trying to invade in jungle. Shen is perfect. You have a global you can answer their globals with. You can use defensive Stand Uniteds, or you can use Stand United extremely aggressively with Thresh Graves invades. And that is what I want to see from Evil Geniuses. The big question mark for me, Corki, for GoldenGlue, generally, you're going to try and farm up early. We'll have a pretty easy lane versus Galio, but when he gets the package, 8 minutes, I want to see EG completely change perspective here. They need to play aggressive off these packages, time them with the dragons. The timer is perfectly synced up. You basically have 5 minutes because it's a 4 minute plus the duration is 1 extra minute, and that's how you should be able to win the game.
Yeah, and of course there's even a Shen delivery system. Right? If you really want, Huni can ult on the GoldenGlue. He dives into the back line. You deliver Shen back there. You get an easy dodge. You get an easy taunt. And you get to feel good about that one. And I'm kind of excited to see what this happens. What comes through here for EG. We know they're going to be 5th or 6th seed in playoffs no matter what. At best, they can fight for seeding, but we know they're upper bracket. The question now is, what form are you in when you take on a first-round opponent, be it Cloud9, TSM, or FlyQuest? I think they're only possible first-round opponents. You got to get ready for that match because that's next weekend, and you're going to play them in a best-of-5. How good can you get? GoldenGlue was awesome yesterday. Hard carry performance on Azir, 1 death where he slightly overextended in the top lane and you know, traded his life for a turret. Here he's again on Corki, another backline high damage champion, you know, putting out some magic damage here. And again, I want to see if he is on form, because if GoldenGlue is playing at that level, this is a very, very scary team with threats in all 3 lanes. If GoldenGlue goes back to, you know, Spring Split Golden Guardians or earlier where he can't have the consistent performances, then EG look a lot more mortal. So I want to see what can happen on this Corki. Meanwhile, 100 Thieves side, we know they're going to be on the lower bracket side, waiting for their first opponent. I want to see how good they can get.
Yeah, and once again, they're taking the Nidalee. Something must have happened in scrims, because we got like 3 or 4 Nidalees already this last week, and the teams still have been kind of struggling with fully utilizing the Champions kit, really getting the most out of the counter jungling and the speed clearing with this champion. Nidalee also, of course, is going to bring the heals later for a little bit of sustain and can possibly set you up with poke, but I think the thing they're trying to highlight is Galio mid lane plus the aggressive Nidalee. This is something that 100 Thieves did when they first put in Contractz. They were able to get Ryoma, the Galio, which is a perfect champion for him, supportive to the more aggressive players on the team.
Yeah, and we get to see Ssumday play the champion that lost them their game just yesterday, where it was Viper on the Camille, who, you know, played Camille into Ssumday's Ornn, split the lane, got the 3 items, and got to ignore the tank and split push to victory, and eventually 100 Thieves dropped that game. This time around, Ssumday is on the Camille. He gets to be the slide and split pusher. It is the kind of play style everyone expected out of 100 Thieves all year long. You've got one of the best top laners in the world on a lower half team in the LCS. This guy is your win condition. It had been the case back when they were first winning splits, or at least the regular season. It's the case here still at 6 and 11. Ssumday is the man to look at, and he's got the champion to do it.
Yeah, I will at least say Ssumday is also a very good tank player and has a history of being a good tank player. But most people do agree with you as far as you know, the team doesn't have many other players at his caliber. No,
they don't have any. It's Ssumday. No one's at his caliber.
So they want to use him in a damage dealing position.
Yeah,
also, their game yesterday had a lot of other things wrong with it.
Well, sure. I mean, look, this to be fair is a 6 and 11 team. There are flaws in 100 Thieves, right? They are not a perfect team. The players are not on Ssumday's level, and so that is why, yes, his Ornn and his Maokai and his Malphite are all very good, but he's got to carry this team, and it's not just, well, my Ornn engage was pretty good. A lot of players can do that. You do want to see him on split push, on a carry duty, so, you know, that is the point kind of being made. I know you're not, you know, assuming I'm making a different point there. I just want to really clarify the stance that, yeah, Ssumday carrying is how 100 Thieves gets more than 6 wins in a split.
All right, well, it is Contractz starting on bottom side, so maybe he's going for more of a full clear Nidalee up towards the top side and then try and split the map. Because Huni pulled with Svenskeren, he's trying to give Svenskeren Svenskeren a little bit of extra damage. Shen actually gives a really good leash as far as solo lane leashes go. Because of the Q start out, you get a huge amount of percentage health damage you can do to the blue. So it really does accelerate the Graves clear, which is already quite quick. And since it's a power farmer versus power farmer matchup with Nidalee Graves, we'll see if that actually can go a long way. 100 Thieves already trying to keep track of Svenskeren. You saw Ryoma on your mini-map there with the Galio pushing up and trying to get in for a ward. He did just barely catch sight of Svenskeren, so they know he's at a fairly quick clip here on his clear down towards the bottom side, and that should signal to Cody Sun and Poome they need their wards up, and they need to be fairly careful. Graves, obviously with a dash, can circumvent the common Tribrush ward and dash over the dragon wall.
Nice play right there. Taunts through, but he's hitting the shield from Ssumday, who goes back in for the stun, gets the Empower Q. Nice play there out of the Camille. I find this matchup really interesting to watch because they both have self-shielding. They both got different amounts of range tools. You Q an auto attack on Huni, gets the shield for the trade. Ssumday goes in for the range damage to get the slow in and the heal back. Can you play around the dodge zone? Can you play around the taunt? Really kind of interesting because there's like 7 different cooldowns to track and play around in that matchup. Definitely very compelling. First push goes through to Ssumday, but he's now out of mana, so we're going to see the very early recall come through for just a second Doran's Blade and maybe waiting for a potion before he gets back into lane.
And this is what I'm talking about with Graves having the mobility to get down to bottom lane, circumvent those wards.
And looks like Poome not going to go for the chomp just yet. Instead, the exhaust towards Svenskeren is supposed to flash it away because Ssumday is here, finds the stun. They're going to find the taunt as well. The double TP is in. And that's going to be first blood in the bottom lane. Zeyzal going to lose his life as well. Literally everyone in the bottom lane. It's a 5v3.
100 Thieves ready for that play. No hesitation on the double teleport from their solo laners. Everybody down to the bottom lane. Cody Sun sends up the bat signal, and immediately they all answer the call. You can see how they're playing really, really far back, very defensively for them. So Svenskeren, his attempt here scouted out by 100 Thieves, and the trap has already been laid. Ssumday gets the E off the wall, immediately into the taunt from Ryoma. Just beautiful layering of the crowd control there from the double solo laners, and Contractz even heading down for the spear to claim the gold for himself.
And I gotta say, Ssumday was moments away from TPing top lane instead. He had already recalled, he picked second Doran's Blade, he got the refillable, and top was going into his turret. There was a decent chance that guy was about to hit that button top side, and as the gank came in, he was like, oh wait, I'm on Fountain, I can TP here. And it got them, I think, that kill on Graves. I think Sven would have lived without the Camille hookshot stun. So, well done, of course, to the 100 Thieves side. 2 quick kills to the bottom side. 1 went on Nidalee, 1 went onto the Galio. So they are the ones with the money. Ultimately, Huni can't push in top fast enough to deny much from Ssumday. That farm is equal between the two of them. So 100 Thieves getting away with basically everything they would want, an 800 gold lead in the early game.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely setting themselves up for success. Nidalee has a huge spike when you complete Runic Echoes. That item just gives you so much burst damage, and it really puts Nidalee over the edge. You can see Contractz is using Electrocute, so you have this kind of break point where as soon as you can rush to your Runic Echoes completion, Nidalee gets the power to basically 100% to zero somebody if you land the spear with her full combo. And once again, Contractz is heading toward the bottom side, hovering here, waiting for the possible Svenskeren gank.
Back to the bottom side, yeah. Cody Sun should feel very safe. He has Flash. Poome is here around as well with Guardian and his own Chomp to keep things safe. Flash, if he really needs it. Contractz right now, though, going to pull the Drake out of the pit, put his controller down, says, okay, you can see me, but it doesn't necessarily have to matter. Of course, Contractz has Smite. Svenskeren's the same and equal level. Looks like he is unwilling to try. You could Blast Plant over the wall and then quick draw back. Like, there isn't that much risk on Svenskeren to try. That said, not going to go for the play, and it's just going to be the Drake picked up easily by 100 Thieves.
Yeah, so I also would be really scared of that in Svenskeren's position, because they pulled the dragon out. You do have to walk up a little bit away from the wall, and maybe you get tagged with Ashe slow or Tahm Kench Q slow, and you can't get back to the wall to quick draw over. So he doesn't want to take the low percentage chance at a steal there with all of 100 Thieves on the Dragon. And it is going to be another objective to the 100 Thieves. Really nice early game going for them. And a lot of it is off of coordinated play. They've talked about the coordination being one of the main things they've been working on ever since they put Contractz and Poome as a duo from the Academy team into the LCS team. One of the big reasons they brought them in has been the communication with the team. Both Contractz and Poome, very vocal players, lend a lot to the shot calling for the team. I have to say, especially with the double teleports from Ryoma and Ssumday, the coordination of them with their solo laners already kind of on display and returning big wins for the team.
Back on the map they go. 600 gold lead. Actually, it's been shrinking ever so slightly as EG have been farming up pretty well. Got to point out that Corki's got a gigantic lead over Ryoma here in the mid lane of a good 12 right now as the waves are cleared back. Some of that, of course, is the TP to bot lane. It is also, I want to point out, lethal tempo on the Corki. That is a keystone we see less often on that champion. Often it's fleet footwork for an easier laning phase, but yeah, I don't think the lane gets any easier than facing Galio as Corki, so higher fight damage. Javelin's going to land. Good damage on a Huni. Big chomp, and that is going to be the flash forced away before Pounce can land for damage. But Huni's now flashless. Has an ult, but flashless on the top side. And it's actually going to be 100 Thieves not greeting for the turret plate. Of course, it can be awkward to go for plates against Shen. If he taunts you, your life is really sad. End of the day, it's going to be the tempo recall so somebody can walk back to lane without losing farm.
Yeah, I actually like that flash from Huni, even though people will be like, hey, he doesn't have Runic Echoes completed. That wouldn't have killed immediately right there. But because he flashes that damage, he can stick around for the double minion wave that had built up. That is a lot of experience that Huni still gets to soak up after avoiding that and expending his flash. Plus, yes, you're not as scary without the possibility of taunt flashing when you stand united, but he still has that option. He can use his teleport back to lane and has the teleport advantage since stand united is available.
An ulti spent to force Poome's flash out. It would have been enough damage that maybe he wouldn't have died, but he'd be forced out of lane entirely. And then Cody Sun gets dove 2v1, so burns the flash, keeps the health bar up, and he's going to be okay. Svenskeren spots a ward. He's got GoldenGlue nearby. Easy kill onto that one. And they're going to say, okay, you know, we're 9 minutes, 50 seconds in. Let's go for Rift Herald. Pretty easy pick up here. Guaranteed 2 plates when it charges, and maybe a little bit more if we can get a lane in a good spot.
I want to see the package stand united combination. Too late. Package time's out here for GoldenGlue, so he uses it.
Well, in a couple seconds apart, they're going to go in. Galio over the top. There was a lot of damage. GoldenGlue is gone right away. Ashe arrow won't hit. Huni very, very low. Goes down to Ssumday. And the chase is on now for Svenskeren. It's the flash over for Contractz. The chase in for Ssumday. And 100 Thieves are 5-0 in kills in under 10 minutes.
Oh my goodness, Phreak. That is a hashtag live evil for the 100 Thieves. They can meme on them right now because this early game has been won. It is over for the early game. 100 Thieves absolutely smash EG. I'm going to have to go back and look at the replay for the specific players here to see what time GoldenGlue picked up his package, because they did not coordinate it with actually fighting that Rift Herald. I believe the reason he used it so early was because it was timing out, because he had picked it up a little bit early and they weren't all ready to go force the fight on the Rift Herald. But package coordination to me is one of the biggest things whenever I see Corki picked in a game, because that is the aspect of Corki's kits that the champion designers have buffed over the last 3 patches for Corki buffs. It has all been focused around that area. And this being a huge 100 Thieves win with their collapse there, not only did they destroy them, well, let's wait to see what happens to Ssumday.
He's getting pretty low, but he's gotten a lot of damage on a Huni here as well. There's no ulti yet for the Shen. Here comes the TP back in. He's going to try to solo kill Huni. Can he get enough damage yet? He's going to die to turret damage at the end of it all. Ssumday gets a straight-up kill in a 1v2, and now a play to the bottom side. Cody Sun's going to flash and be flayed in, though. Stun's going to buy some time going back in towards Bang. He's not going to live very long. He's going to come through, but Contractz is back in, and Poome is nearby. Be careful, Contractz, though. Going to chomp him in. TP coming in for his rest of this as well, as now Bang is forced to run. Zeyzal should have a lantern soon. I guess he burned it during the fight. He lanterned for an 80-point shield, but didn't have it up for the counter gank, and Zeyzal wastes the cooldown and gets his AD carry killed.
Yeah, I mean, we have to start looking for the small wins here for EG. They got a kill. They're on the board, Phreak. They did take down Cody Sun, but man, it is just going to be a steamroll now for 100 Thieves, because as I was trying to say off the last sentence there, not only did 100 Thieves win that Rift Herald fight hard and destroy the EG top side, they also left it with teleport advantage. And you see the teleport advantage here, even though Bang and Zeyzal are able to get the kill onto Cody Sun 2v2, and they could have fought off the Contractz gank, they can't fight off the extra teleport coming through. So there's just an extra card here for 100 Thieves to play because they won the top side so hard and had already burned the cooldowns from Stand United, from Corki's package, and there was nothing left that EG could do to support them. So here's another look at it. Huni goes in for the taunt. Ssumday then able to stun him off the wall, and he still has red buff plus the Conqueror built up. Oh, this is the dive. Now, one thing about Graves, you have to be careful when going for dives. Your damage can be blocked if they just hide behind the tower or their minions. So Ssumday does that after Svenskeren goes for the Q. He just hides behind there and then immediately hook shots back out to take down Shen. And a flash in from Ryoma. It's just 100 Thieves all over the place, all over EG. One on the backside though for Bang and Zeyzal, as you know. Phreak, you can go through with the kill here onto Cody Sun.
Yeah, he just puts Lantern down. I guess to be fair, he shields himself as well with it, but they never needed the health difference. The fight was never close at all. And when you're going this hard and the jungler's nearby, I feel like you want to keep Lantern in your back pocket as a playmaking tool. If he has Lantern here, they probably both get out. You can see that Zeyzal live no problem. You saw Bang trying to build space, right? One goes right, one goes left, then you Lantern out, but that's going up 24 seconds. You don't get it again.
Within the replay, we've got an EG proactive play. Shen, Stand United, comes back up for Huni after he revives from getting killed. Woo! They go for it.
Going again, but they got to target the guy who can chomp. Of course, Cody Sun pulled right back out. Now they're going to go back into Poome after the Devour, and 2 kills come through on the bottom side. EG, despite being down 6 kills, find a tower dive and 2 more.
Check mini-map, Phreak. Ssumday just destroyed their inhibitor turrets for these bottom lane plays. Now, EG do need to get some gold back for themselves, so they're overloading on bottom side, and I still think it is positive for EG from such a losing position to be able to get this gold. You get multiple kills on bottom side, and you can try and get a tower. It does mean top side will be open for later when Ssumday wants to go split push, but you can see Ssumday made the conscious choice. He doesn't want to take the inhibitor this early because it's so early in the game. He doesn't want to let a bunch of extra farm go over to EG that have possible globals where they can answer. Defensive Galio ultimate here from Ryoma just gets run over. Bang on the Kalista, continually hopping forward, able to get the big shutdown for himself. That is money where EG need it most. Then the return gank you saw with Kalista ultimate ready. Bang goes hard once again. They're feeling like Bang and Zeyzal, hey, we got to make some plays. We got to go really aggressive right now to try and save this game, as 100 Thieves had been running over it. So I like to see this fight from the EG bottom lane, and they're trying to make plays off of them.
Alrighty, and look at this. Look at this gold graph. Yeah, Ssumday is the man with all the money. EG has some kills on their carries. 3 kills on Bang is nice. Good farm on GoldenGlue puts them in second, as everyone else tries to keep up. But it is Ssumday, who is very, very big. He is the gold lead right now, right? You can see this 2,000 gold lead for 100 Thieves. Cody Sun not picking up some for himself. That is roughly Ssumday's lead over the opponents here. And that is roughly where it sits up right now. As you mentioned, open inhibitor now on the top side. Ssumday level 11. About to spot Huni from the brush and goes, yeah, I'll fight you. Taunts backwards. He cannot take this fight at all. Trinity Force is there. Ssumday feeling comfortable. Nice dodge. Gets rid of the empowered Q, but still not a close fight. Ult going to be spent. Galio over the top. Goodbye, Huni.
Ssumday immediately illustrating why he did not kill the inhibitor, did not want his own super minions to keep pushing that in to allow safer areas for EG to farm. This kind of draws out Huni. He's pushing the wave up. This is Conqueror Camille, okay? He is ruined and built to take down Shen with the Trinity Force already completed. Very nice job here by Ssumday. Whittles him down, then they make the call. Nobody else around for EG to show up to try and save Huni, so we can throw down the double ultimate Camille and Galio combination. It's inescapable, and they do find the kill. See if EG can make any sort of push back. GoldenGlue picking up package number 2.
All right, and it's going to be the third Drake of the game. Now, 100 Thieves have already picked up the first two, which is impressive because all of their winning has been through Ssumday in the top side. They've managed to grab the Drakes in the bottom side of the map off of good early laning out of Cody Sun and Poome, and now it's going to be packaged force defensively. GoldenGlue's not going to be able to use that for the actual Drake fight itself. Question stands if there is going to be one. Now, right now, Galio ult is down, Camille ult is down. 100 Thieves missing actually to be fair, all 3 combat ults are gone. So they realistically don't have a good chance of fighting this one. EG will indeed grab that Drake, no problem. The question is this fight going to be good enough? Yes, a goal lead exists, but they're missing those 3 combat ults. End of the day, EG are going to forced to be run away. And 100 Thieves push down the mid lane for the outer turret. Now Svenskeren might be under some fire. GoldenGlue wants in, damage on Cody Sun, but knocked back into the air. He walks in to kill himself, and the fight continues now as Svenskeren forced to flash away as well. A Tahm from Huni, decent damage to Ssumday. He's going to stay alive. He'll back up now by Contractz, looking for the re-engage. 100 Thieves will completely take over this fight, an easy 3 for 0, and make that a 4th. Goodbye to Svenskeren. Boom, thumbs up, buddy. I'll take you down as well. 100 Thieves walking over evil geniuses.
And Poome calling for the white flag from EG as well. He said, give it up right now. 100 Thieves open up that mid lane. Once again, I have, just since Champ Select, I really wanted to see the package combined around an objective timer with a Stand United. Like, that combination has so much potential. If they're able to time it right. But once again, package picked up a little bit early. You see it used in the mid lane, and then they are able to still sneak away the objective. They get the dragon, but transitioning over to try and defend mid lane, they go right into a Galio taunt there, and GoldenGlue just got annihilated inside their own jungle. Now he's trying to chase off Ssumday, and he does have backup, so they can do that at the least. But 100 Thieves feeling very good about this game, despite their dragon stacking, running into a little bump here where they do not get number 3. Here's another look at the aggressive play. Kalista ultimate is down here. Arrow lands. Svenskeren does get the shield as well as Huni coming in for Stand United, but man, the tower dive. Ryoma goes right for it, is able to Zhonya's to stall it out, and they continue pelting them. Woo! All right, Ryoma. Oh, Ryoma actually with the Proto Bell kill into the flash for the extra taunt here. It's just hard to watch here now, Phreak.
Yeah, it's getting over real fast right now. 100 Thieves running over this game, looking for a little bit more. Why not? Zeyzal, yeah, you're under the turret, buddy. You're taunted, you're gone, you're aced. Oh my gosh, 100 Thieves, look at this lead, 7.3 thousand. Yeah, Baron's not even up yet. Like, this is one of those where you say, all right, is this a forfeit? Are we good? Are we done here today? This is the kind of game you're going to feel really bad about on the EG side. If they drop this game, this is the last game of the regular season. They will not be in a tiebreaker. They are going to be simply at 8 and 10. They're going to be 6th seed. 100 Thieves will be right below them at 7th. That's it. See you in playoffs. See you against the 3rd seed next weekend. Another Sun's going to land. Svenskeren, another health bar running low, but penalty and lives. It's now Bang's turn to flash away. I think I've seen this before underneath that turret. Deja vu.
We got a replay from the future. I was wondering where it came from.
Okay, yeah, I was so confused. I was like, did I just like miss everything?
So I was thinking maybe like the game is going so fast that we haven't caught up with this. Like, but it was just a little divination from the future here. 100 Thieves showing that they could pull off the heist underneath the turrets from EG. You already know how it ends.
I had an out-of-body experience. I went to go like double-check playoff standings to make sure I had my tiebreakers right. I look back and I'm like, how is Kobe cutting a replay didn't cast? Like, was that during Baron? No, Baron's not up yet. Where was that fight? And then we watched.
Come on, Phreak.
Wait, I've seen this before. I've seen this. I've seen this fight. Oh, I know what this is. This was a pre-play. We had a pre-play in the LCS, the debut of the pre-plays, the summer split. I like these.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
Because 100 Thieves were doing so well in this game, we already started building their highlight reel. This is the 100 Thieves YouTube highlight reel from this game, and honestly, it's well made. Ryoma, really good performance on this Galio. I think this game is making a statement for 100 Thieves heading into playoffs. Teams are not going to give this champion over to 100 Thieves. He looks, and the team looks so much better with this champion. He's made multiple plays by himself as well as supporting his teammates. So I think that, you know, with one of the players that's received a lot of extra criticism on 100 Thieves, This is a very specific champion that is going into playoffs, will probably be denied from them. And you have to say, especially that combination with Ssumday and his Camille, 100 Thieves showing that they can use it to a devastating effect.
And I want to say, like, imagine this game without those first, like, 3 really good fights around top river. Like, even with the bot lane TP going 2 for 0 at the very early game, where EG gets set behind, we still saw Bang and Zeyzal make big plays down there. They pull the Shen ult down, they find the tower dives. Like, Bang got a 3-in-1 start in this game. Ssumday, now very much alone, gonna have a real hard time with this one. He's trying to run away, flashes the hook. He's like, yeah, I'll deal some damage. Ssumday nearly dies, and they find a single kill. They get a shutdown, but this is the goal of split push. When you're on the bottom side, your team is doing something else on the top side. Baron is going to be taken very early on in this game. 100 Thieves have absolutely everything they need to close this one out. A Drake will be traded. That's fine. You take Baron for a single Drake and a kill, no problem.
Both teams there with the correct thought process, right? 100 Thieves, as you're stating, this is your goal of your split push. You have Ssumday on bottom side creating pressure. He also has teleport, so you set up a split map. It's one of the most simple ways to end out games. You have Baron pressure plus bottom lane split push with a super fed Camille. Either the enemy team takes down your split pusher, as they did here, and you get Baron, or you're able to split push inside the base, you get another exposed inhibitor. From EG side, they could not fight the fight at Baron, so they know, hey, we just got to send everybody at the split pusher and get something.
Ooh, big damage there. Nearly kills Zeyzal. He's still burning. He's just going to live. The last sliver of health he gets away as Bang ults him out. Burning from the red smite, but he's going to be okay there. Middle is cracked. Top was cracked 8 minutes ago by Ssumday split pushing. That's going to be inhibitor 1 down. Inhibitor 2 shortly to follow. EG doing their best to defend. 2-item Kalista can try to kill frontline. Going to be hard to do that one. As they knock down some wards, look for the re-engage. GoldenGlue has package, gonna go for the play here with Shen over the top. We wanted to see these plays. Shen blocks the knockup. Ryoma burns the Zonias. Here, how about the re-engage? Easy first kill. Yes, it's on the board. EG 5v4. Can you somehow make it work? Ssumday is about to find the flank. He's coming up nearby. Cody Sun's low. Here comes Camille over the top, but Cody Sun's on one hit, and Huni is fighting Contractz. Big damage to the front side. Ssumday burns the stop. Watch Cody Sun's on the board. Svenskeren is low. Cody Sun flashes and gets the double kill. Zeyzal gets a flay. He's trying to stay alive. He won't do it. And the final kills will come through. Goodbye to the rest of you. A dabbing penguin. And 100 Thieves have knocked down the ace. The base is open. It's time to win the game.
100 Thieves making it look good here. Only 24 minutes in, and they are going to take down the Nexus.
All righty, we've got our 6th and 7th seeds locked in. Evil Geniuses 8 and 10, 100 Thieves 7 and 11. We will see both of you in playoffs. This guarantees Golden Guardians 5th seed right above 9 and 9.
Contractz adds another Nidalee win to the record as well.
Yeah.
Our most successful LCS Nidalee by far, and a lot of it, again, if we're going back to the game plan, I like how 100 Thieves laid it out. This is one of the game plans that they used most effectively as soon as they made their roster swaps. You know, aggressive Ssumday on the top side with that Camille, Ryoma backing up with Galio, and making plays, you know, with a strong jungler. I would have said I would have liked for EG to better coordinate their package use specifically, especially having the possible combination with Shen, Stan United around objectives.
Yeah, absolutely the case. Certainly things to look at. EG, we know, are going to be in the upper bracket. They will face the 3rd seed in the first round. Looking at FlyQuest, TSM, or C9, I believe, are the only chances for that one. And that's a best of 5. If you drop that one, you go to lower bracket, you fight someone else down here. We'll see who the second team down there is going to be later on in the day. But they just need to shape up. At this point, EG were the 2nd place finisher in the spring regular season, the 3rd place finisher in the spring playoffs, and suddenly now the 6th place finisher in the summer regular season. It has been a fall from grace. The new roster,
not a banger second half for them.
Not a banger second half. and even the first half, right? It was 5-5 with the other roster here. You know, the record since then, not that different from 50-50. I want to see if they can shake it up. I want to see if they try the first roster back again or not. EG, some work to do on the 100 Thieves side. Obviously 7 and 11, not the scoreline they really wanted, but some of that was the old roster as well. There can be some light at the end of the tunnel. We'll see how their playoffs go as well, up from the 7th seed. Now it's time for a step away. When we return, we'll have Cody Sun for the Verizon postgame interview. Stick around.